That would have made Terah 130 years old when Abram was born. You understand what I'm saying? Not 70, but 130 years old. So the Seder Olam simply overlooked 60 years. So we've got a 60-year problem with their calendar. And instead of Abram being born in 1948 years after the creation of Adam, he was actually born 2008 years after Adam's creation. Secondly, the Seder Olam dates the Abrahamic covenant in Abram's 70th year. However, the scripture states that Abram was 75 years old. So here's another 5-year mistake. All right? Keep in mind those mistakes in the Jewish calendar. We had 1 year with the creation of Adam in Adam's first year. And we have 60 years in the birth of Abram, and then 5 years when he received the covenant, and God told him to go and leave his land and go into a country that he would give it to him. And so we have a number of other things, of course, that could be brought up, but basically we have there 65 years plus the year in the first year of Adam. That's 66 years off in the Jewish calendar. Then we come to the reign of Amaziah. Yosef ben Halafta removed 14 years from the reign of Amaziah. King Amaziah actually reigned for 29 years, but the Seder Olam has him fleeing Jerusalem in his 15th year, leaving the throne to Azariah, also called Uzziah. Uzziah reigned for 52 years, but the Seder Olam has him reigning the last 14 years of Amaziah's life. Therefore, Uzziah should have died in 773 BC rather than 760 BC. We know that the Seder Olam is wrong because in 2 Kings 15:23 we are told, in the 50th year of Azariah, the king of Judah, Pekahiah, the son of Menachem, began to reign over Israel in Samaria and reigned for 2 years. Well, Pekahiah's reign only fits the calendar at 762 to 760 BC, not 14 years earlier. So now we have another 14-year error. Okay? First year when Adam was, up to 1 year old? From his creation to 1 year, we've got a problem there. Then we have 60 years missing at the birth of Abram. And we have 5 years missing when he left to go west to the Promised Land. And now we have 14 years removed from the reign of King Amaziah, father of Uzziah. Now, all of that could have been a mistake. Just, shall we say, sloppy chronology, all right? But here's where Yosef ben Halafta gets a little bit deliberate. The Seder Olam gives a chronology for the Medo-Persian Empire of 53 years. 53 years, eliminating 164 years from the Medo-Persian Empire. So instead of 13 Medo-Persian kings over a period of 207 years, the Seder Olam lists only 5 kings over a period of 53 years. And there are several historical writings on this point to prove that the Seder Olam is wrong. So there they've scratched another 164 years. So you add all those up together, you've got 243 years with a problem with their calendar. Now, Rabbi Simon Schwab admitted the problem on page 188 of his book, Comparative Jewish Chronology, and this is what he wrote, quote, "It should have been possible that our sages, for some unknown reason, had covered up a certain historic period and purposely eliminated and suppressed all records and other material pertaining thereto. If so, what might have been their compelling reason for so unusual a procedure? Or should I say so deliberate a lie? Nothing short of a divine command could have prompted these saintly men of truth." men of truth is in quotes, to leave out completely from our annals a period of 165 years, actually it's 164 years in the Persian Persian Empire, and to correct all data and historical tables in such a fashion that the subsequent chronological gap could escape being noticed by countless generations, known to a few initiates only who were duty-bound to keep the secret to themselves. End of quote. So you see, the Jews know that they lied. They know that their calendar is 240 years wrong. Schwab and others went on to suggest that they might have falsified the dates in order to confuse anyone who might try to use the prophecies of Daniel to predict the time of the Messiah's coming. The truth is that sometime between 135 AD and 160, Yossi ben Halafta, student of Rabbi Akiva, admirer of Bar Kokhba, changed the dating so that Daniel's 70 weeks would point to Bar Kokhba as their predicted Messiah rather than Jesus. He deliberately pointed generations of Jews away from Jesus, their true Messiah. So my conclusion, the authors of the 2nd century Seder Olam may have begun their chronology with good intentions, but their work became a dishonest cover-up of Daniel's 70 weeks, 69 of which would lead up to Jesus as the Messiah. For Yossi ben Halafta to shorten the period of the Persian monarchy from 207 years to only 53 years goes beyond simple ignorance. He and his colleagues were determined that Jesus Christ would not be seriously considered as their Messiah. However, I think that someday soon the Jews will be begging Jesus to come back and save them. And when they do, He will. I hope this answers your question here. It shows you how the Jews deliberately chopped off at different times, years, and ended up with their current calendar, which was not established among the Jewish communities until the 16th century. And it's 240 years off. So, you see, we've accounted for every single year from creation till today. We actually are in 6,009 years, soon to be 6,010 years since the creation of Adam. How about that? So, Jesus should be coming pretty soon. That's how I feel about it. I hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. I hope if you didn't quite understand everything, go back and play it again. I'm J.R. Church. Oh, by the way, before I go, let me just simply mention to you our DVD called The Prophetic Psalms. We are currently raising funds to buy some electronic equipment for our television studio to help us go to 16 by 9 format. And if you can help us, when you call the office here at 1-800-475-1111, and give a donation, ask for the Prophetic Psalms DVD. We want to send it to you as our way of saying thank you for your gift to help us with our television studio. I'm J.R. Church. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.